All right. Really quickly going back to Chainsaw Man, which we're watching first, and then going to watch Bleach. We had Makima do her Kira impression without a death note. She might have been, making clay cookies for Christmas, or she might have been playing with Play-Doh. I'm not sure. But all we know is it sort of had a death note-like effect. Minus heart attack, insert twister. Might have been just how it works, or might have been like one of those, what do they call them? Voodoo dolls, where you have the doll and then what you do to the doll happens to the person. She did the same thing with her hands, like does the thing and does the thing. Maybe, maybe not. Is what it is. Either way, she didn't die from gunshots, so if she's not a fiend or a devil, she must at the very least have some sort of agreement with something that is either like a Reaper Shinigami, or at the very least capable of preventing her death, because it looked like she got shot. There was blood, so I think her body did sustain damage, unless I'm mistaken and I missed something and something jumped in the way. I don't know. But if her body did, sustain that damage and she is human, then whatever she has to deal with must have some sort of control over life and death and souls, which would make sense because she traded the souls of, a prisoner or one person for the death of another person, which kind of sounds like the realm of Grim Reapers. So that's just my wild hunch. Please don't confirm or deny that. That's just my thoughts. It was refreshing to see because we had Aki and, the whole crew who just got out of the building and they're like pretty strong, right? And then all of a sudden, JoJo Part 3, Star Platinum comes out of nowhere with swords. And it's like, holy shit. And then Aki's like, haha, I've got my fox spirit, you dead. It's like, holy shit. And then, like, the kid with the red shit is like, haha, well, get up now, I'm that powerful. Holy shit. And then Aki's like, fuck, I'm gonna take this guy out now. He fucking gets taken down. And then the girl with the ghost is like, I will give you everything I have. Just like, kill this thing before my, boy gets killed. And then it's like, it shall be done. It fucking goes to attack the thing and, it works. And then the other kid is like, I'm gonna give you a fingernail. And then fucking giant world eater snake from Norse mythology or somewhere just goes nom 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 nom. So like the power scales just went into fuck off territory. And then Makima's like, you think that's something? I'll hold my beer. And then she just like fucks shit up. And I'm just like, well, that just happened. So I think I just summed up the previous episode quite well. Yeah. Obviously, I'm kind of curious as to where it's gonna go. The anime has taken like 3 90-degree turns already. It went from, I'm going to introduce you Denji and Pachita, to you thought this was one of those anime where everyone lives happily ever after. Walk up to school days, bitch! And he gets stabbed a bunch of times and chopped up and thrown in the garbage like, the Yakuza and the Russians do, because why not? And Pachita's like, I will, give you my essence to fulfill your dream because I'm a devil, but like, you were pretty cool and I like you. And so Denji, comes back, half Denji, half Pachita, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Doesn't matter. Don't say it. And he's like back and he fucks shit up and like, oh, wow. And that was episode 1. And then, Makima's like, I give you a hug because that's all you really want. Time to groom this little kid that has no idea what he's doing. He gets introduced to a crew. We spent a few episodes having him introduced to the crew, being Aki and Power. And we're like, oh, shit, this is like the new crew. You know how it works, right? Every anime has like a crew of 3-4 people. There's a girl, there's a guy. It's basically Naruto. It's basically every other anime ever. And you're like, all right, they're gonna work together. They're gonna introduce a few characters, but they're not gonna touch the core crew, right? The core crew is safe because it's anime, right? And they're like, wrong. and then they take a 90-degree turn, and here we are. So I'll be honest, with the way this is going, I don't think it's safe for me to try to guesstimate, to try to project, to try to figure out where it might go in the short term, much less the medium and long term, because this anime is just like and sorry for hitting that, but like it's subverting expectations quite a bit, and it introduces new elements and new characters and new powers, and you might think for a minute that like, oh my god, this thing is powerful. It's like, fuck you, or like it's like you might be a devil, but like I'm fucking biblical here, you know. Next thing you know, there's just going to be something that destroys an entire planet. It's like, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. So, yeah. That's how I'm feeling at the moment. It's just, I thought, it gave me a few episodes after the initial turn to get comfortable, and I thought things were finally setting down. You know, the characters are there, they're drinking beer, we're having that slice of life, awkward conversations, they're shipping each other, and, you know, it's kind of getting to that normal anime thing where you get more on all the characters that you have, and you start to slowly, you know, get attached to them. You like this about them, you don't like this about them, you're enjoying the connections between them and all that sort of stuff, and they're fucking dead. And it's gone. They got shot, fucking dead. Gone. So it's refreshing. It's really refreshing because I don't know what's going to happen. Anyone can die. And I had my eye on Makima being someone or something for a while because of the eyes, because of like how she's just like, oh, I could tell this guy's not so bad. Oh, you just want a hug? Sure. And then she's like, I don't need a puppy that doesn't listen. Say woof or some shit like that. And I'm just like, I see red flags, man. Crimson. And then she does this, and I'm just like hearing the music from The Exorcist in the background. So, poor Denji. Poor little puppy. He has no fucking idea what he's in for. Poor kid just wanted to touch some boobs. That's all he wanted. Instead, he got chopped up into a million little pieces and vomited in his mouth. Someone vomited. You get my point, right? So it's just like, poor kid. He's in charted territory here. Like, the poor kid is outside of his depth. Big time. You know, in both mental maturity and physical ability. I mean, sure, you know, fairly strong devil, rip and tear, Doom style. But Makima just executed a bunch of people long range. It's pretty strong. They were probably all human, and she can only take out humans whose names she knows. Possibly devils if she has their name, which, you know, demons and devils would typically keep to themselves because that will allow you to do research on them as well as cast incantations and banishments and exorcisms and all these other things. But, like, I'm considerably more worried about someone that can just drop a bomb on me from, like, hundreds of kilometers away. Versus some guy that needs to be right next to me with a chainsaw. One you can kind of see coming. The other one is like a drone strike out of frickin' nowhere. Boom, I'm gone. So, so without, yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm honestly where I'm at. So far enjoying it, 100%. I've been keeping away from the YouTube comments to keep away from spoilers. I've been warned by several people that there are people on YouTube and even Twitch that are jumping into chat and jumping into YouTube comments with the express goal of spoiling it for people. Sorry, I kind of grew up in communities where people actually enjoyed watching people's reactions and journeys through a series. You know, Devil May Cry, Metal Gear Solid, very nice communities where people legitimately actually want the other person to go through it and then kind of wait for them at the finish line and then want to hear them unload on the forums and all that sort of stuff. Apparently, the anime community is not always like that. It's kind of a shame, but it is what it is. So please don't get upset if I don't respond to your comment or something you say in chat. I'm trying to stay blind. So I'm giving mods a chance to do all the moderation before I read anything toward the end of the episode. All right, cool. Let's kick it off. I think we are up to episode 10, which means we've been watching this for 10 weeks. And it's the end of December 2022. Yeah. Scary, isn't it? It's the end of the year, guys. Wow. I would have thought time would slow down after we were allowed to leave our homes. Nope. So, you know. That looks like a Honda. That looks like a Toyota. That one could be like one of those old Toyotas or Nissans. Man, in Japan, you see some cars that you will never see in Australia, given. But you will see things like the Turbo Celica Mark II. I'm not talking about the one that like looks like a triangle with the weird spoiler. I'm talking about the old school Rally Celica where the turbo was never released overseas for the most part. You see some of them just like casually on the street. I'm just like, is that a Turbo Celica? Like, you don't see those in Australia ever. And they're just like, just chilling. Oh yeah, Skyline R34, just chilling, mint condition. Oh yeah, there's a Toyota Supra, completely stock, in manual. The old one, not like the new 2022 one. Talking about the MK4. You know, the 1994 to 2001 one. You know, in the Fast and the Furious. Good shit. Yeah. That movie had an effect on an entire generation of kids. Me being one of them. But like, whatever. We are here now. All right, sorry. Let's do this. I want to move to Japan. We all know this. It's Mecca. It's Mecca. Holy shit, red apples. I've seen enough Death Note to know where this is going. I love every time I hear the word Akuma. Ah, he's alive! Oh, fuck! He looks like, what's his name from Bleach? One of the Espada, the one with the horn with the second transformation. Ukiora? He looks like Ukiora! Holy shit! He looks like Ukiora. Fuck. Is that how you pronounce it? Ukiora? Yeah, fuck. The one time I actually pronounced it. Oi! Why are you putting shoes on? You gronk? I find this actually cute. They're like friends. It's funny. They're like friends. And Aki's probably like, oh god, why won't you release me from this eternal damnation? Meanwhile, Power's like, I'm hungry. Cook. And Denji's like, I don't know how to anything. How does this microwave work? How does one turn on an oven? Alright, that makes me feel bad because Denji did suffer a lot because of poverty and everything. But, like, you get what I mean. Are you gonna peel him an apple? Does she want an apple? A devil telling you to relinquish the apple, she wants to eat it. Am I the only one that finds that funny? Good old Genesis. The fact that it's called Division 4 should in itself be an omen. 4 being the number for death. It's like that time I was put in charge of the 13th floor at university and the place went on fire. What were the odds? Alright, Denji, when you're in that position, I'ma just be your friend here. You see how your right leg is in between her legs? All you're gonna do is put your right leg back, flip it around her left leg, and then just use your elbow to just rotate your body. You'll have balance because your leg will already be there, but you will effectively throw her center of gravity completely off, and then she'll end up falling to the ground. Yeah. Powie? 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 What are you two dating? Didn't he, like, cut apples for you and feed them to you? The least you could do is put the apples closer to his bed. You inconsiderate bastard. Put it closer. Excuse me? An apple? You're leaving him one? Man, I bet Aki wishes he died right about now. Why am I still here? Why are we here? Just to suffer. Oh, he still got his katana. That's good. So when he struck it, I'm sort of thinking that when the fox bites, he gives flesh. When he uses the katana, he uses lifespan. Thing is, I don't know how much the lifespan is. Why is it a straight katana? But anyway, I'm gonna guess it's more than a few weeks because the girl was so hesitant to let him use it. Like, she was very, we should rather kill Denji instead of letting you use the katana. And I'm like, it must be significant. Months at the very least, probably years, could be decades actually. Damn, that fox spirit really drives a hard bargain. Alright, I'm sorry. No one that uses a katana would ever open it like that. You will just completely fuck its ability to actually stay in the sheath. You have to push it with your thumb. Come on. Japan? What happened to you? Used to be cool. Okay, it's not... Alright. They make anime for a living. Just, Kuma, calm your tits. Just calm your tits, Kuma. They're anime people. That's your fox spirit? Or maybe it's not a fox spirit, it's a different demon. Oh fuck, he has a contract with 2 demons. That has to be like some sort of Shinigami, right? Like someone's got to fucking deal with a Shinigami somewhere. Watch, the Shinigami's gonna take the apple. I mean, if you've only got 2 years to live, you can fucking smoke as much as you want. By the time that shit catches up to you, you're long dead. Yeah, now it's gonna start hitting him. Oof. Oof. Oh, poor guy. Oh, poor guy. Yeah, I think it's kind of better that he's alone. Just leave him, man. Oh, you piece of shit! For a second, I thought he was like, oh, I came back to bring him more apples. And it's like, nah, I'm here for my manga. Fuck that guy. I'm just like, you dick. Huh? What? Why would you be crying? You barely knew her. You knew her like 2 freaking days. Aww. Fuck yeah, you better be sad. I'm still sad. Look at him, he's so cute. Aww. Fuck him, Enno. Mate, she tried to fucking rape you. I mean, that's a very fucking loose definition of the word friend. But anyway, she vomited in your mouth and then tried to rape you. I mean, you could do better, buddy. She fed you to a fucking bat. You could fucking do better, buddy. I'm just saying. Fuck. Denji needs an actual fucking friend. Maybe he needs like like you know, like one of the boyfriends, you know? Not like a boyfriend, like boyfriend, but like a bro friend, you know? Where you can have a bromance with and discuss things like girls and ass with boobs, you know, like a bro friend. Aki? You really want to discuss tits and ass with Aki right now? The guy that's literally just going through the fact that his senpai who was into him frickin' died? Bruh. And the fact that they're both into Makima? Bruh. You know what? Makima's probably into that shit. She'd probably love to have 2 puppies. She would, like, you know, treat them and teach them to do tricks, like give me your paw, you know, bend over, bite the pillow, I'm going in dry. Like, you know, she'd love to have multiple puppies. Guys, seriously, I think I summarized it really well. Let me find that meme that I made. I gotta find that meme that I made. Where's my Photoshop? Where's my Chainsaw Man? I made a good meme. This is my contribution to the community. This is my contribution to the Chainsaw Man community. Anyone on YouTube has already seen it. That's like, that was the thumbnail. I'm having fun with this anime, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm also a little bit like... Look at that coffee. Look at that green tea. Coca-Cola. The vitamin water that you athletes use and stuff. Mate, we're gonna work on your squat. I mean, I'll be your friend, but like, that's the first thing we're gonna work on. Pretty sure she ain't going anywhere, dude. That's one of the things that I realized after a while of being in Australia. When I compare how different things are to here to how they are back home and, you know, everything that happened there. Whenever people ask me, like, how things are, and when things are like complicated and stuff, my answer is always like, what excuse do I have? Like, first world problems. Oh, I'm busy at work. I have a headache from stress. I got a little bit fat from not having time to go to the gym. Wow. That's like a slap on the wrist compared to someone used a B-12 bomber to drop bombs on my street and one of my friends died. Like, you know what I mean? First world problems are just so... They're not going to matter in 5 weeks, 5 months, let alone 5 years. Don't worry about it. Just keep moving forward. You'll be fine. Mate, after what you went through, especially at a young age, having to sell organs and your eye and kidneys in order to pay back a debt that your parents left, having to eat cigars and having to kill, devils just to pay enough money to eat bread, the fact that you feel anything is a freaking miracle. Hachan, is that you? Alright, good. I was worried I might have to stab someone. Hachan, you can grab a shower. Just let me know before you walk past so you don't accidentally expose yourself on the live stream. I won't be done at 7. So, just let me know and I'll turn off the camera. Look at her. Give me the baby. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. She's carrying... No, pick her up. Pick her up. Pick her up. Pick her up. Give it to me. Pick her up. Pick her up. Pick her up. Remember how we bought a new bed? We got a koala. And look, she got the... We get a koala when we got a new bed. Because the company is called Koala. And with every mattress that you buy, they donate X amount from the mattress for a koala. And so you've basically adopted a koala. So we gave the koala to Cheeky. And this is like her new friend. But because the koala's so big, she can't actually hold the koala and jump on the bed. So, the koala's always with her when she's, not on the bed. And when she's on the bed, she brings her little bear, which she can carry in her mouth up the bed. But sometimes she wants the koala. So she'll basically be holding the koala on the side of the bed. And then she'll put her 2 legs on the side of the bed. And she'll be like, And so I'll pick her up on the bed so she's in bed with the koala. My little baby. She's going to be 7 in a few weeks. But she'll always be my little baby. You'll always be my little baby. You're always a baby. Oh my god, don't say that word. When Hachan says park, it means we're going to the park. Which when we were... Yeah, and she grabbed the bear. She grabbed the koala. She grabbed the koala. She tries to take the koala or the bear every time she goes out. And I'm like, no, leave it. And then she's like, no. I'm like, leave it. No, she's like, no, I'm taking him with me. She's a baby. Oh my god, I love Cheeky so much. But unfortunately, poor things have a lifespan of up to 15, 16 years. In the end, death gets us all. See, that's why I don't give a crap when she, pissed on the carpet or something like that. I'm upset about it, right? 100%, I'm upset. The carpet's pissed on. I gotta, use the tissue paper to draw it out. I gotta spray the stuff. Man, we had to, get rid of all the carpet that was in the apartment. But I just look at it this way. Am I going to care that Cheeky peed on the carpet because she was being a bitch in, 20 years when I'm thinking about Cheeky when she's gone? No. So stop wasting time being butthurt about it now. Be upset about the thing that she did. Put her in the cage or put her on the balcony for 10, 20 minutes so it's got a negative, what's it called? When someone does something negative, you, reinforce it negative reinforcement, and then move on. Move on. And then when you do the floors, make sure it's not carpet. Make sure it's timber polylaminate that can't actually collect water. And so when she peed on it, she was like, why is this puddle here? I'm gonna get caught. So, yeah. Love Cheeky. Love it a bits. Chicky needs a friend in the park. There's a dog that lives on the end of the street that during the morning is on the second floor of the house and sits at the window. So what Cheeky does is she actually holds her poop. And then when she gets to that house, she looks up at the window and the little dog, it's like a Maltese or a poodle or a little small one, right? And the dog's like, ruff, 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 ruff. And Cheeky's like looking at the dog, lifts her leg and just pees. And then turns around and poops. Cheeky is a fucking bitch. And then Cheeky spends all day sitting on the couch and she's looking through the kitchen window, which is basically like the pathway in front of the front yard, right? And whenever like a human with a leash stops, because she can't see all the dogs because of the gate, right? And the timber fence. But because there's like a little hill after the timber fence, she can see bigger dogs. Whenever a dog stops to pee on the like grass, right? And there's these two dogs that it's in one of the streets. One of them's a husky, the other one's a German shepherd. She literally goes up to that fence and starts barking at them, and they just go off. And I'm like, Cheeky, I admire the bravery, but this is not a fight you can win. Because all these other little dogs, right? They bark at each other through the window and like through the yard and through the fence. But whenever Cheeky encounters that little dog, whose yard she poops in, right? And they're barking at each other. Whenever they're like cross paths when they're walking, they just like look at each other, sniff a little bit and like carry on. It's just hilarious. But like, I do not want to go into that fence with the German shepherd and the husky. Like, the fence is as tall as our fence, but mate, have you seen German shepherds? Those fuckers can jump. And huskies, man, sleigh dogs, they got energy, man. They can jump too. Fuck, if they ever jump or break that goddamn fence or gate or something like that, Chicky's fucked. Like, the first thing she would do is like, Daddy, help me. I'm like, maybe I might be able to take out a German shepherd, but a German shepherd and a husky at the same time? Why am I a porn star? Speaking of, something I learned about defending yourself from a dog attack. Dogs cannot actually distinguish between your limbs and things like sticks and whatnot. So, if you've got like a stick or something and a dog's coming for you, use the stick. Like, get the dog to bite the stick straight for the neck, pin them down, put your weight, crush their windpipe. Love dogs to bits, but you sick a German shepherd on me. My uncle had a German shepherd, and super friendly to all visitors, right? And they had like a front yard which had like a hedge fence and whatnot. And the German shepherd is like super friendly to people. But one time, one of the friends that has been over to the house a million times, has petted the German shepherd, has rubbed his belly, like, fucking everything, right? They weren't home, and they let themselves into the front yard. They like opened the gate with a little slide up, walked in, closed the gate behind them. And I think they were like dropping off something. They like left it in front of the front door because like no one's going to see it from the street with a hedge. They were like, I was going to drop something off. You're not at home. I'm going to drop it off. German shepherd was in the yard. The German shepherd cornered them. Literally cornered them. Like it was growling, teeth, drool. I'm about to fucking kill you. The person like literally got backed into a corner and the German shepherd was just growling the entire time until my uncle and auntie came back. That was like 40 minutes. Not attack trained. Not, like perimeter security trained or anything. Just like a fucking German shepherd from the pet shop. Never did something like that before. But fuck are they territorial. So Cheeky, please, for the love of God, calm your tits. Stop barking at the goddamn German Shepherds in their own yard, you bitch. German Shepherds are actually the dog with the most bite incidents in Germany, not pit bulls or likes, probably because they are what the name suggests. They are herd control and bite when a sheep runs off to get it back in line. Yeah, my grandfather, and this is way before my time, was gifted a female German Shepherd that was a little bit older, but my grandfather was getting older, so he was gifted this female German Shepherd to help with the herding of, like, the goats and the sheep and the chickens and all that sort of stuff. Amazingly, I heard, I never met the German Shepherd myself, but I heard she was amazingly affectionate, really good, like unbelievably loyal. Unbelievably, but she started having problems with her hind legs. I was actually thinking of getting a German Shepherd. There was this German Shepherd called Yuki that was up for adoption. She was about 3 years old. And I started researching German Shepherds because I 100% before you adopt or buy any animal, do the research so you can make sure you can look after them. And the physical requirements for German Shepherds is extraordinary because they're working dogs, similar to Kelpies and Huskies and all this other stuff. They need to run, they need physical activity every day, you need to play with them. But another thing that really got me was that there's this condition where the German Shepherd's stomach actually goes upside down and the dog dies within 2-3 days. So if you're a German Shepherd owner, for the love of God, look it up and make sure you check your dog's stomach every single day, because it can happen to any German Shepherd and it's 100% fatal. It can be fixed via surgery, but like if you don't pick up on it straight away, your dog will die. And of course, they have problems with their hind legs because they push a lot and all these other things. But all dogs have their problems. Little breeds like Cheeky, her knee joints are very shallow. So a lot of little dogs like Cheeky have a lot of knee problems. You can actually feel the arthritis in Cheeky's knees. When she walks, you can actually feel the clicking. So I started feeding her like dog glucosamine chewables, which are really good. I only learned about glucosamine after my knee injury. So like I was like, okay, little dogs, knee problems, glucosamine is probably good. Like I rocked up to the vet and I'm like, hey, I found this glucosamine for dogs. Should I be giving it to her because like little dogs, shallow knees, arthritis? And like the vet's eyes lit up like a Christmas tree and is like, yes, glucosamine is great for these little dogs. And I'm like, oh, awesome. So is this like a decent brand? Is like, yes, that's a really good brand. Almost like the people that he deals with don't look after their dogs, It's actually absolutely heartbreaking. People become vets because they want to help animals, and unfortunately they keep encountering issues with animals because of neglect. So my cousin's son's wife is actually a vet. She's a optometrician or optical or something. She does surgery for dogs and cats and other animals for their eyes. To prevent blindness and all these other things. Like, she's really good at what she does. Yeah. So, like, a lot of animal lovers. I love animal lovers. I don't see animal lovers ever being bad people. Like, if someone's like, I don't like Cheeky, I'd be like, what the fuck? What are you, a devil? A demon? You must be a bat demon or something if you don't like a cute little lovable thing that has her little koala. How could you hate that? I only ever had a mix of golden retriever and Labrador, most gentle dog imaginable. Picked up real fast when I felt sass to snuggle. Aww. Yeah, golden retrievers, fuck. Yeah, my mate's got a retriever. Oh my god, they are just, yeah. That was like, I don't think I've ever played with a Labrador, but I hear they're like great family dogs. So like golden retriever with a Labrador, like mix the two together, and you've got this dog that is just unbelievably affectionate, protectful, like, everything. Cheeky's is Maltese Pomeranian. Pomeranians have a lot of sass. Maltese have a lot of sass. Mix the two together. Man, you get queen bitch. When I'm not in bed and Hutchon goes to bed, Cheeky runs up the little stairs and she goes where I sleep and lies down. When I'm in bed and Hutchon's not in bed, she takes Hutchon's spot. And as soon as, if Hutchon and I are in bed, and Cheeky's obviously with us, if one of us leaves, Cheeky just basically goes in our spot. Obviously, she enjoys the warmth, but she's basically like, yeah. She used to go on the pillow. And I'm like, no. One time, not too long ago, she got pissed because we didn't take her out one night. She pooped on the pillow. Had to throw the pillow away and the pillow cover because it seeped in. But she's a bitch. She ambered? Yeah. She ambered. My dog is Amber Heard. She's a bitch. All right, last 2 comments. I don't think I can take care of an animal because I barely take care of myself. Yeah, you have to take care of an animal. But it made me get up in the morning, take Cheeky out, made me go out at night, take Cheeky out. Now that Hutchin's back, Hutchin takes care of Cheeky. I'm a bad parent. I played one of my uncle girlfriend's dogs. It may be a mixed poodle, and I played a lot, and he would bite my hand in Philippines. Was it like the playful biting? I've had that. I had a pug. My auntie and uncle had a pug in Bosnia, and he would basically like bite my hand. He'd be like, "Arr, arr." Like he would bite and pull, but like he's a pug, right? He's like tiny. He could barely fit my finger in his hand, and I was a kid, right? And he used to like pull and be like, "Arr." It's like, was that sort of playful biting? Because it's just so, it's adorable. I remember Cheeky once was being like really aggressive, and she ended up like biting my finger, but it wasn't even like a full bite. It was like the first time she just did that. And then she was like, oh my God. And then she started licking my finger, and I was just like, that's adorable. You regret it straight away. He's like, oh my God, I bit daddy. Lick. And I'm just like, and my mates have this dog. He's half Maltese, half something else. And he's super aggressive when people pick him up. First time I met him, he got really scared and he like peed on the carpet because it was like anxiety from people. I'm like, is this the first time he's meeting people? And they're like, yeah, this is the first time he's meeting people instead of us. I'm like, yeah, there's 12 people here in a house party. Of course he's scared, right? So I brought pee mats next time and everything. And then like next time, I like picked him up and they were like, oh my God. It's like, as soon as you go to put him down, he's going to bite you. And I'm like, really? You're going to bite me? And he's like, I'll videotape it next time. Next time we'll get Hutchin to actually videotape it. And he's like, and then like, as you put him down, he goes, and when you're about to put him down, it's, and so basically he started doing that. And I was like holding him while he was like going absolutely off. His owners were like looking at me like, oh my God, we need to rescue you. I'm like, nah, it's chill. And he's like, like 30 seconds later, he was like, and then I picked him up, like literally put him in front of my face. And I'm like, you done? And he was like, and then I just put him down. I put him down. It was just like, I never got this far before. Usually people just let me go. It's like, what just happened? And they were just like looking at me. I'm like, he doesn't have the jaw power to like bite you. He can barely put your finger in his mouth, much less like do any damage. Like he can't. And like, even if you're scared, you can just close your fist. Like you close your fist, he can't bite anything, right? Like if you're scared. I let him bite on my finger. I don't give a fuck. And yeah, it's just like, all right, you're gonna stop doing that because like you're making a fool of yourself. The moment he realized was just so hilarious. He was like, I'm gonna tear you to shreds. It's like, it's not working. Fuck. Well, this is awkward. Put me down, please. And Cheeky was there the entire time, just like, he's a boy dog, by the way. He really likes Cheeky. The first time he met Cheeky, he was like, oh my God. And Cheeky was like, fuck off. And he was like, follow me. So Cheeky followed him. And in his bedroom, he actually has a blanket which he humps. And so he ended up humping the blanket and finishing with Cheeky watching. And then she just turned around to me like, and walked out of the room. And then he like came out of the room with like this big smile on his face, like, yeah, Hutchin, you can run through. It was this big smile on his face, and he was like looking at me, with like an erection, and I'm like, mate, you blew it. Like, whatever shot. And Cheeky wasn't desexed at this point, and neither was he. And like my mates, his owners, were like, "Oh, let's make cute puppies." And then I just looked Maxi. I'm talking about Maxi, and I'm just like, "Mate, you blew it. You had a shot and it's gone." She wasn't interested after that. He fucked up. The blanket. And then he went back to the fucking blanket. And humped it again. Shameless. You know what I'm talking about. Shameless. Alright, I'm sorry guys. I fucking love dogs. I love dogs to bits. You may take a shower, yes. Yeah, you can turn on the fan. Just close that door. Well, it like stops the noise. Yeah. Cool. And like partially leave the window open at least. Unfortunately, the neighbor, we had this wooden fence, which blocks the view from my bathroom to the neighbor's kitchen. And he was complaining that the fence was above 1.6 meters, even though there's like stairs that steeply decline. And so the stairs are declining. So technically the fence is below 1.6 meters because there's like a fucking drop because of the stairs. But the fence was like straight and then goes down, which blocks him looking into my shower. And so he's like, I'm going to report it to the council and you're going to get fined. I'm like, you want to look into my shower? All right, fuck you, cunt. So we cut it. And then literally from my shower, I can look into his kitchen. And so they were in the kitchen when I went in the shower. I'm like, you know what? Fuck yeah. I turn around. You can look at my ass. And so every time he's cooking, he's looking at my ass. You know what they've done to their kitchen? They've boarded up the fucking window. Fuck him. Bet you wish you left that wood. And you know what? If he ever tries to sell or rent the house, you know what I'm going to do during the open? Fucking take a shower. With bad singing. Very bad singing. Horrible singing. Missing all the notes and fucking up half the lyrics. With my butt sticking out. I'll shut up now. I sometimes wonder if I say too much. Apologies to anyone that knows me in the future after my death who's watching this. I have probably destroyed whatever respect you had for me, but I can't lie. It's the truth. Take it how you will. I love that they added the detail of what the actual drinks are. I love it. I love it. I want to go back. Hachan, when are we going back to Japan? Who the fuck are they? Yes, Miss Hachan. You forgot the shampoo. Yeah, use one of mine. You've got like 2. Use the black one. It has the conditioner next to it. Don't use the German one. You're gonna smell like me. Like testosterone. Yeah, you smell like a man now. How's it feel? These guys are a bag of dicks. Leave this apple alone. Yeah, I heard you guys got your butts kicked, so we're putting you through doggy daycare. Oh, finally the intro after 6 minutes and 40... 1 hour on stream! Alright, Kuma's gotta shut the fuck up. I guess technically they can't DMCA me because we've only watched like 6 hours of video and 1 hour of discussing. So like, if that's not the definition of fair use, I don't know what is. Oh, look at him, he's so fucking cute. You fucking... Fuck it, I'm getting a Can someone find me a plushie? I want a plushie. I don't give a fuck. I know I don't buy merchandise, but I want a plushie. I want these... fuck? He's so cute! I'm not embarrassed to say that. Wait. The fucking thing, it's like a fungi that infects ants, bleh, ants, gets them to go outside of the hole to be eaten by birds, then infects the bird. What if Makima's like some fungus that's infected the host? Like, there's so much of that in this opening. It's like, it's fucking obvious this entire time. I'm just like, I don't know. Pachita plush on Amazon. You know Amazon takes like a 30% cut of anything you sell on Amazon? So every price on Amazon is higher. I know, because my mate sells shit on Amazon. Last episode I called it a curse devil, so it has a fox and a curse devil. But aren't curses that thing from Juju Kaisen? But it would make sense, right? Like, Ouija... Oh no, but yeah, but he's not cursing. And I don't know, who knows? Whatever. You can use eBay. Yeah, but I prefer Amazon. eBay, when something comes damaged or doesn't come at all, eBay is like a 50-50 chance they're not going to help you. And then you have to go to PayPal, and PayPal's like a 50-50 chance depending on whether or not they like the seller or the company. Whereas Amazon, if they don't refund it, I can take them to the ACCC. And trust me, Amazon does not want to go to the Australian Consumer Watchdog. They just refund whatever the fuck it is. Trust me. I've refunded shit from 3 years ago. They were just like, we'll give you the money. We don't give a fuck. We don't want to deal with the ACCC. I freaking love Amazon. Odds are eBay sells you used stuff as new. Why are there white stains on this plush? Ew. What if Makima's Odin? That's a lot of fucking crows. Well, he's like, are you going to be training us? And she's like, yes. Actually, no, but also yes. Kind of. That fucking look. Oh my god. Denji, the things she's going to do to you. Notice how she says its agents are dead, not our agents. Oh, that was her senpai. Why did he dye his hair? Wow, he told Makima to shut it. Man has balls. Revenge makes you emotional in combat. It's better to be chill as fuck. Whoever pays me. At least she's fucking honest. You know, I've got a question. How'd you get those scars? What's going on here? Did your jaw get rebuilt or something? No, that would go from the outside. So why the fuck would that be cut? That music in the fucking background is both intense, intimidating, and exciting. Aw, she looks so happy. Nani? I need an adult? Oh god. What the fuck? This makes a great thumbnail. Erotic asphyxiation. I mean, only one of them is excited, but like, isn't that how it usually works? Only one person's really enjoying it. Miss Hachan, did you open the window?
Yeah.
Good girl.
See, you just said good girl.
Sorry, force a habit.
Good boy.
Good boy? Don't you usually call me fatty? Yeah. See, Hachan said that I need to lose a little bit of weight, and I told her that she needs to motivate me. And she's like, I will cook you healthy food and salad and all that stuff. I'm like, no, Hachan. At the end of every sentence when you talk to me, say fatty. So she's been saying that.
No, I haven't.
Well, you've been trying.
So cruel. I never say that.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. You asked me to say that.
Yeah, I gave you explicit permission to call me fatty.
But I don't want to.
But don't you want me to lose weight?
I do. You're so negative. That's why I need to give you...
Exactly. You need to give me negative reinforcement to get a positive reaction.
Yeah, positive reinforcement doesn't work on you sometimes.
Positive reinforcement? Get that shit away from me. By the way, Hachan, I'll turn off the webcam and you may walk past... Wait. Chotomate! Okay, you may now cross. You gone? Alright, cool. Cheeky's like, what's the big deal? I'm naked all the time. Alright, kids, let me teach you how to get out of this without choking out. You see the elbow? You see the elbow? You see the elbow? You see the triangle? If someone... Hachan, can you come here and choke me? Can you come here and choke me? Choke me. You're naked? Well, that's not a problem, but... Alright. You can choke me later. But, like, the point is, when someone's choking you like that, they're actually choking you. Why are my arms so thick? I can't actually pull this down. They're actually choking you with the forearm muscles. Those muscles are basically over your windpipe. What you want to do is turn toward the elbow. You turn toward the elbow, you've opened up the airways because no muscles here. You buy yourself precious time. You don't have to worry about losing oxygen that way. And if you're calm, you can control your breathing. You won't lose any oxygen. And then you can just start wailing on his kidney. Or better yet, kneeing him in the kidney. He's like, oh, you think you having me grabbed is helping you? No, it's not. It's just giving me leverage. We can do this all day. Turn and be calm. Attack the kidney. And if that doesn't work, you could just bite as hard as you can into the flesh on his arm and rip. You'd be surprised how much flesh you can get with these jaws. Just imagine you're biting a hamburger. Clamp down really hard. Imagine you're biting with these at the back. Not with these, with these. Just bite all the way in and then... Or knee in the balls. Yeah, get him in the kidney a few times and then in the dick. Sorry, got excited for a moment. I love how he's tapping out. Well, she's gone. Oh, right on the deck. No. No, por favor, señor. No, not on the deck. Actually, it's the spine. Blood type A, eh? Did you notice that? Did you notice that? He's like, ah. And she's like, ah. He's asserting dominance. You know, like peeing on someone's leg. It asserts dominance. Sounds personal. To harden the fuck up. You see, with humans, there's like a very clear spot at which you have to stop. Otherwise, you're going to put them out of commission and cause long-term damage. With demons that can repair injury through drinking of blood, you more so have to work on their spirit rather than their physical bodies, which is actually a lot more work. Because humans naturally, after sustaining heavy damage, get that survival instinct which forces them eventually to fight back. It's just a question of how long it's going to take for them to tap into that instinct. We all have it. Whereas with these devils that just keep, recovering, we don't know if they even have that instinct to begin with. One would hope, but who knows? Nani? He is literally going to start killing you. I would highly recommend at the very least staggering. Is that a, there's a particular blade that is effectively 3 blades which spin around. What it actually does is, remember how you have to twist after stabbing to open up the wound? It automatically does it through the stab. The only way to stop the bleeding takes multiple surgeons, so first aid does absolutely nothing. It's so bad that it's actually illegal under the Geneva Convention and considered a war crime to use. Is that the blade that he's using? I forgot its name. No, it's not. It's just... Nah, it's not. Damn, I got excited for a minute. But this is his reaction time, drunk. I have to say, that's impressive. That's genuinely impressive. This guy must be sourced. So this is not even him at 100%. Jesus Christ. I think he might be buzzed. Imagine if he's not actually drinking booze. He's just drinking Monster Energy drink. This stream is not sponsored, by the way. I'm making a, jab at the memes. Demon rights don't exist. This guy reminds me of my dad. Like that, but with a lot less blood. Actually, this is a good thumbnail too. Jesus, it's like Christmas. You know, Spartans used to do that with their kids. They would spar with them from a very young age and beat the living shit out of them. After a while, they had incredibly high pain tolerance. Oh my god, he's doing like a little fox thing. He's like, I'm a little fox. Yum, 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 yum. I can't do the thing. Wait, is it? Oh, he's doing this. No wonder it's easier. I thought he was doing like this. He was actually doing this, which is a lot easier. Yum, 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 yum. He's doing like you know, there's like thing in the lights that you do with like the light in the background and the shadow, and you're like, I'm eating. Rah, rah, rah. The fuck is wrong with you? Just hit play. What if the Fox Devil's actually injured? He's got fucking 2 years left and his life ambition is to kill the Gun Devil. What fucking sacrifices? What? Does this fucking division just have a catalog of freaking devils that they can put people in contact with? Ah, welcome new recruit. Recruit number 462. Okay, this team needs support, so we are going to make you form a contract with this devil. This devil supply excellent support to team. What does the devil actually do? It does acrobatic entertainment, comedic relief, and occasional funny joke. What? Yes, and it is also incredibly stupid and does not wear underwear. What? Yes. And what does this contract entail? Well, unfortunately, you will always be able to hear and see her, but the other people will only hear and see her when you use power. And what does that entail? Well, you have to get a bottle of expensive sake and summon girl. So I basically have to use booze to bribe this demon? Yes, and you guys are paying for the booze, right? No, it comes out of your salary, after tax, of course. And I will be seeing this devil all the time. Yes. Only, like, during work hours, right? No, forever. Till I die, right? No, all eternity. How the fuck did I pull that shit out of my ass? I have no idea. Must be the weekend. He's not crazy. He's not crazy. He's just got nothing to lose. I think you need to like realize the difference. Is it a booty call? Is it the girl that just stabbed a bunch of people? The mother of Thingo, or the little girl that just stabbed a bunch of people and shot a bunch of people when she got a blood high? look, look at power. Look at power. That look says it all. Welcome to day one. Have you come to choke me? And she closed the door. Oh. You know, Hutchin's actually the only person that ever made me bleed. Hilarious. I've been in tournaments, street fights. No way, my father did make me bleed, but in his defense, I was like 7 and he was like 55. So he had the weight advantage. But I was like in Japan and I was like a kid high on sugar. Like I was just being insane. And I was like jumping around like an idiot. And then Hutchin probably didn't punch, but her like hand was there in a fist and I ended up landing and like crack. Busted my lip, busted a gum and was like bleeding. And she was like, oh my god. And I'm like, no one's ever done that before. Wasakuma, you and what you're saying about wanting to be choked is definitely going to get taken out of context on Discord. When doesn't it get taken out of context? I mean, really. Yeah, Power's been traumatized. I mean, for a devil to be traumatized? Shit. And Denji's like, wow, I'm back to this again. Can I just say that I absolutely appreciate how these graves are very nicely staggered? Except these ones. These ones are perfectly in line. Yeah. And this one's not. This one, line, line, line. Line, line, line. Not in line. Line, line. Line, line. Not in line. Line, not in line. Line, line, line. Why? Why? You had one job. In line. Perfectly in line. This way and that way. Just. Oh my god, it would have been so nice. But no, you had to fuck it up. Now dig your own grave. This is some, what's it called? Tokyo Ghoul level shit. It's like, we're going to be working on your pain threshold. You know how to count, right? Yes. Excellent. I want you to count in increments of 3. His brain was regenerating. Lucky bastard. We don't regenerate at all. We just die as humans. Hey, if you want to move up to Makima, you gotta get used to this first. But Denji, look at the plus side. You're gonna get trained, you're gonna be good, you're borderline immortal, and then eventually you can turn on the humans and rip and tear. And the beautiful part is, you create noise while in your demon form, and you can just make everyone fear it, making you more powerful. You are incentivized to televise your genocide. I gotta somehow rhyme televise. You're incentivized to televise your something. Need something that rhymes. Gotta work on that. How do they have no blood on their shoes? I walk a lonely road. Well, he actually wants you to beat him, so, like, that's the point. You're supposed to fight back. Alcoholics Anonymous? No! Sneak into his house and replace his flask with water. Rehydrate him. The man clearly does not want to be sober. When he's sober, he's gonna have to face all his demons. So you're gonna read The Art of War, right? Right? Also, Book of Five Rings. She wears glasses? Oh my god, they're doing a thing. They're doing a thing. So he's basically at the wrong door. humans even able to have that level of reaction time? Jesus Christ. And he's doing that without the full pullback. He's just stopping there. He's just using his arm strength. He's not even using the... And he's got a good stance. Oh my god. Run! Yeah, you should not be using an axe. You need a quick bladed weapon with maximum reach. Not an axe. You don't need power. You need slash. He just took him out. Does anyone know what pants he's wearing? I can't find a pair of pants that do not rip when you use kicks. Your jaw's fucked. Hey, he's giving him the rest of the day off. That's a good teacher. He lied. Oh yeah, bite the pillow. First comes the exam, then comes the lesson. He is good. They are never going to forget that one. Because it's connected to emotions. You typically don't forget things that are connected to your emotion. They felt the happiness and then they felt the despair. They won't forget that one. You know, like giving someone something, letting them get emotionally attached to it and then taking it away. He is good. You probably need joggers or sweatpants. Oh, I can do it perfectly fine in shorts, but I mean a suit. I need to be able to use my legs in a suit. I hope you realize that I'm predominantly a ranged fighter, so I usually kick better than I punch. But I'm unfortunately limited in a suit encounter. I cannot rip the suit. Suits are important. Which severely limits my mobility. So does anyone know where I can get a pair of suit pants that aren't going to rip from a kick? At least he told them that was their best attempt yet, but Denji probably would have got him if he didn't see his shadow. True, but remember how he had the axe, and the way axes work is you need to go back and then you need to swing. Those are precious moments, as opposed to something that slashes. You don't need the pullback, you don't need the weight, and you don't need that momentum to swing. You can literally push. He's human. You just need to slash him. You don't need an axe to chop a tree. You shouldn't rely on a single weapon. Or a stab. True. But unfortunately, the stab is limited to a direction, and it's very difficult to change it if you need to. Whereas a slash, you can keep the momentum going. A stab, you're committing yourself to the action, leaving yourself entirely open for your momentum to be used against you, potentially losing your weapon and all these other things. Now, we go back to the whole, What do you prefer to do? Do you prefer to fight with a knife underhanded with a slash, or do you prefer the good old-fashioned Marine Corps stab? And as we've seen through countless testing, the stab is more effective when it comes to hand in a knife fight when the opponents are fairly equal. But if you've got one guy without a knife, the other guy with a knife, I would argue that the slash might give you the advantage, because you'd be able to chip away at the guy a lot quicker, particularly if he goes into shock. He's not used to knife fighting. The first time you draw blood, he's already in shock. At which point, he's just a quivering little sheep that can't even defend himself. At which point, why the fuck are you even using a knife against that type of person? But anyway, what would I know about combat? Jesus, what is this? Saw? Saw 2? Wait, so you basically have the fox somewhere, kept as a prisoner. And this shit is just like casually sitting underground. In like a prison. I hope these prisons are like scattered, right? Not all in one spot, so if there's a breakout, you're not gonna lose all this shit, right? And I'm hoping there's like traps and like the whole place is built from iron with salt in between the walls and all these other things and sigils and traps and all these other things. I don't think so. They said the Fox Devil was pretty friendly with humans. Cute male humans. She has a preference. She's like, that's mine, bitch. Oh. Oof. Oof. She probably wrote her feelings in the letter. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, that's a lot of letters. Do I have to get Hutch in here? Is Dad feeling any better? The job pays pretty well, so don't worry about sending food or anything. Dad's been messaging me lately. I appreciate his concerns, but I'm more worried about him. Is he taking his meds? Really? Really? You're gonna do this to me now? I forced Aki to get his ear pierced. If nothing else, we could go private instead of staying in public safety. How do I get Aki to quit? I brought it up, but he just brushed it off. Oh no, he's gonna blame himself. Oh no. Oh, he already feels bad enough that he wasn't able to take out the fucking demon. Oh no. No. No, this is gonna be bad. Remember how I said when you go for revenge, dig 2 graves? Well, in this fucking case, dig 3. Oh no. Oh fuck. I don't think it's a good idea to keep working here. If nothing else, we could go private instead of staying in public safety. How do we get Aki to quit? I brought it up, but he just brushed it off. I was trying to be serious too. Oh. Wow, look at that swagger. But I don't think the girl needed to fucking yell at him or anything. This just killed him. He's fucking dead on the inside, man. Jesus Christ. Wait, why is he limping on his right leg? Watch his walk. Watch his shoulders. See, he doesn't go down on the left. He goes down on the right. His leg is injured. I can tell. He did get shot a few episodes ago. That's why he has a slight limp on his... Jesus, the damn detailing in this anime is... But you'll notice in his shoulder, on the left side, he sways. On the right side, he sways and then drops a little bit. It's slight, but you can notice it. That's how you can tell if someone has an injury. And if you get into a fight with them, target the leg. You can also fake the injury. And then they start targeting a leg that isn't injured and you're really good at checking. A few people fell for that one. See? Notice this. See how it drops? Drop. Drop. It's very slight. If you watch the tip of the shoulder, you'll see it. Is it Alucard? Future Devil? It tells you the future. Wait, so the devil that Maki... Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, yeah, half his lifespan. Wait, eyesight? Wait. Which senses did they lose? Both their eyes along with their sense of taste and smell. So all they have is touch and hearing. Fuck off! Does it come with a blowjob? Because you're getting fucked anyway. So this is what they meant by sacrifice. I don't know how much they're getting paid, but it's not enough.
I made you spinach, sir.
You made me spinach? What am I, Popeye? Give me.
You want some?
Yes, please.
With soy sauce or dressing? Soy sauce, less calorie.
Call me fatty.
You want dressing?
No, but ask the question with the word fatty at the end and I'll say soy sauce. Otherwise, I'll say dressing.
You want soy sauce or dressing, fatty?
Soy sauce. Jesus, my ears already got... Oh, fuck. I'm already, like, not liking this. Oh! Yay, Denji decided to adopt a bunch of dogs. Good boy.
Yeah.
Hmm? Ah, thank you.
Just iron.
Yeah. Oh, is this it? I want more.
That's like so much.
200?
This much vegetable.
Was it half the thing? Because the thing was 500 grams. So
Yes.
this is 250 grams?
I took like a third of the half, so it's still a lot. It was full of the bowl.
A third of the half. So a third of 250 grams is close to 75, 80 grams.
I can't do the math. All I can tell you is this is the bag, half, and I took the third. So you have 2/3 of the half.
So 75 grams of spinach. Spinach has around 18 grams of protein per 100. So you just gave me like 15 grams of protein.
It's good, isn't it?
I need like at least 200 grams of protein a day. But thank you. But I'll eat more. I'll eat more. I need more. Can we be real for a second? I feel bad for Aki. I feel bad for him. I forgot who we lost. Dogland? Thank you. I don't know who we lost at the beginning. It was either his family or his partner or something. And because of that, he's gun-ho hunting the gun devil. His family, probably. And I know he's like, he's dedicated his life to it. And his very being to it. But he's literally at death's door. Like, you've got a maximum of 2 years left now. That's all you've got. Even if you succeed, you've got nothing afterwards, and you've got no time. He was young, right? So if he... Yeah, Hachan, please, motto. He was young. So if he somehow pulled this off, he still had time. But according to Himeno, he still cries to his past buddies that died. Yeah, Aki lost the mom, dad, young brother, and his partner. And now he's going to blame himself for the partner too. I feel bad for him. I feel really bad for him. Because he seems like an alright guy. Like, yeah, everyone's got his personality quirks. But he doesn't strike me as like a bad person. So I don't really like seeing all this happen to him. It's really tragic. And same with Denji. Like, a tragic story from the beginning. I feel absolutely terrible for him. It's really sad. And then you also had that other girl that was only doing it to put her sisters through college and stuff. Again, I feel absolutely terrible for her. We got a little bit of Himeno now, and you also, I know that's life, but it's just tragic. Blames himself for their partner too. Survivor's guilt is a real thing. I remember I was working in corporate at a company, and they were having restructures, which basically means we're getting a bunch of changing the layout of the teams, which means we're getting rid of people. And a big chunk of the team, like 80% of the team, was let go, was fired. And the few people that weren't fired felt like shit. Like, we had one guy, what they do is they book out the meeting room all day, and then one by one they call people, and you won't know until they talk to you whether you're fired, whether you're leaving or you're going. And so he was one of the people that wasn't fired. And I just remember, like, he came back to the desk and he started crying. He came back, sat back down in front of his, like, computer and just fucking broke down. Survivor's guilt. You just feel like absolute shit. Did you know the power was inspired by Eric Cartman? Then why isn't she a tactical genius? Because Eric Cartman is actually quite clever. He's a little psychopath, but is a highly effective one. Yeah, his way Aki beat Denji was a weird way to sort of protecting him from the job without knowing Denji's full story. Well, I mean, he got partnered with the devil, and he beat the devil up, and it was effectively I'm going to beat you up, and it's a little bit like a hazing that people do. And it's sort of, if you can't take this, you're really in the wrong place, because you're just going to be an anchor to get other people killed. I could sort of understand it. And then at the same time, Denji is a devil whose injuries are going to heal, so there's like no risk of any permanent injury whatsoever to him. It's mostly that social relationship between the two people that's going to suffer. They're getting off on that foot from the beginning, right? And with Aki having lost people and the team dynamics and everything, I can understand it. I can understand it. I just feel bad for him. Yeah. But loving the anime. Like, the anime itself as a show, and the characters in it, and the world, the pacing, the music, the way it just all comes together, the attention to detail, even the little limp that would be so easy to skip and 99% of people watching this would never notice. It's beautiful. Really good anime. Like, magnifique. I want to put some, what's it called? Parmesan on it. I just want to put some Parmesan on it and eat it. It's so good. People also overlook as well. Recall the shooters went on about the Gun Devil. Katana Man even said the Gun Devil wants your heart. Lost his family to Gun Devil and his partner and colleagues to them, while blaming himself. And also recall he was the sole survivor of his family and now more survivor guilt. Dude's a mess. Yeah! I predict he possibly does want to die, but he wants to take out the Gun Devil before he does it. It's a one-way trip. I don't think he cares about surviving. Like, he would happily at this point, and probably even before, take out this thing. I will give you whatever you want. Like, just take it out. I don't think his contracts can, but I think if he could make that trade, he would. And that's the sad part. Because at the end of the day, the Gun Devil would have killed his whole family. Because his spirit as a person was already killed on that day. Like, his reason for living was vengeance. He's not living for himself. He's already dead. Now, I get that that's how you make an effective fighter and warrior, because he's able to fight as if he is dead, so he does not fear dying. But at the same time, it's tragic because he's a kid. And his whole life has just been taken. All of it. In its entirety. Including his future. Which is tragic. Which, again, you want vengeance, dig 2 graves. You can get it, but it's going to cost you. Yeah, I feel like he will go full sacrifice if it results in him killing the Gun Devil in the end. I don't think he will be able to pull it off, but I think he's going to push it as far as he can and then just give that mission to the next best person he can in order to improve their odds of possibly killing it. Trust me when I say that season 1 of Chainsaw Man is the weakest part of the story, and the story gets even better by a lot. Or Screamer, no wonder he was willing to use Curse against Eternity Devil. I think he already has a fear of losing people then. Possibly. But he probably thinks that since Makima is keeping Denji, that she knows something that means Denji's got a shot at killing the Gun Devil. So, yes, but he also probably, as a calculated sacrifice, didn't want to survive the battle but lose the war by losing Denji. I wonder how much time Aki had left before the fight with the katana. But remember that, I forget her name, starts with K. When he said, I can use the sword, she's like, don't fucking do it. And I was like, how much does it cost? You know what I mean? Because it can mean one of two things. One, the price is super high, don't do it. Or two, you've used it so much, you don't have much left, don't do it, you know? Himeno, fair enough. Thank you, Himeno. It could be one of the two. I initially thought it was, it's too costly, don't do it. But it might actually be, he's used it every single time they've been in an impossible situation. This time isn't an impossible situation. Let's not fuck it up. Because remember, Himeno actually wanted to leave. She doesn't give a fuck about the gun devil. She gives a fuck about Aki. She wants to leave with Aki. I mean, yeah, they can go private, but they don't have to go hunt gun devils, right? So... yeah. They twisted that knife. Yeah, I feel the reason Makima is keeping Denji is because she probably knows something about the Chainsaw Devil, or maybe something with Pachita that might give Denji a chance against the Gun Devil or something. Here's the thing, and don't say anything, but wild throw in the dark. Makima rocked up at the warehouse where Denji and the zombie demon was. Right? The zombie demon, yeah, controls a bunch of people, right? But it got taken down, you know, fairly quickly. I'm pretty sure Aki's fox could nom it, right? Like, why was Makima there? What if Makima wasn't there for the zombie devil? What if she was there for Pachita? What if Pachita was flying under the radar, and when he fused with Denji, whatever's Pachita's mastery of his powers were, he maybe kept under the radar by keeping his power level below a certain level. I'm allowed to borrow that phrase. Denji doesn't know how to do that, and as a result, as soon as he was fused, then he, turned into Chainsaw Man. Like, Makima, whatever radar or sonar or whatever devices they have to track devils, just went, bing! We found the Chainsaw Demon. I'll take this personally. Like, big boss woman, I'll take this personally. Like, this isn't something for the grunts. Rocks up. Oh, that's not Pachita. And the other guy's like, it's like, no, like, I got this. You know what I mean? And then she's like, oh, I could keep you as a pet. You know what I mean? Like, maybe. Yeah, I have a feeling the reason Makima is keeping Denji is because read that one. I would keep Pachita too if I were her. Oh, I would love Pachita, but too many people want the Chainsaw Demon for the amount of killing that Denji was doing. I'm just saying. Too many people want Pachita. Like, the Gun Devil wants Pachita's heart. Why would you give a fuck about some random devil? Like, Pachita did some shit. Pachita's got a history, Pachita didn't just end up in South America, in the late 60s and graduated from the University of whatever in Europe. Pachita did some shit in Europe before changing his name that he's trying to get away from. Pachita didn't end up in Argentina by accident. Yeah, I have a feeling the reason... Yeah, I feel like Pachita was a big devil that decided by lay low probably after a major battle or something else, resulting in them being injured when meeting Denji and staying with him. Yeah, like, I 100% agree. I reckon Pachita was injured. He powered down or lost power, like, was weak. vulnerable, and this kid was like, I'll help you. Pachita took the help and was like, this kid ain't so bad, you know? Like, I'll help out this little kid. Obviously not as compassionate as a human. You know, if someone was like able to, and the kid's like, I'm gonna sell my eye for bread, and you had the ability to help him, you'd be like, you know, sit down, I'll go kill us a bounty. Pachita maybe didn't do that, but I think Pachita would have decided to stay with Denji, because devils are immortal. Denji was mortal. Like, what's a human lifespan to a devil that's immortal? A blink of an eye. Like, that's like spending one weekend with a kid. And through spending time with Denji, Pachita probably warmed up to him and started liking him. And toward the end, he was like, I don't give a crap about all this, you know, stuff that I did before. Spending time with you was more meaningful. And I've sort of grown attached to you, so I want you to live your dream. And if that means sacrificing mine, here you go, you know? And so Pachita then sacrificed himself for Denji, because possibly Denji was the only one that showed Pachita any kindness. So, you know, I can understand that. You know, devil may cry sort of thing. The devil that cried. But I like this story. It's a really good story. It's got so much in it. I'm legitimately excited to get more puzzle pieces. It's fun. Now, I remember when Denji first saw Pachita, didn't Pachita get, like, gunshot wounds? Yeah. Like, a few people already mentioned that, yeah. I'd always be careful with pointing stuff out that I haven't found, but yeah, it's been mentioned. Like, maybe Pachita might done stuff that made other devils fear the Chainsaw Devil that resulted in probably a huge battle where Pachita got injured and went into hiding and stayed with Denji. Yeah. Well, think of it this way. Prior to firearms, you had, you know, knives, chainsaws were new and things like that. And then here comes the new kid on the block, firearms. Might not have been like this whole big deal back in the day because you had muskets and black powder and things like that. And then guns became revolvers and, you know, semi-autos. Now they're full auto. Obviously, more people would fear them. And the new kid on the block just propelled in power. And maybe there was, you know, a fight for power, a fight for territory or something. And Pachita lost. And, you know, the gun devil wanted to eliminate a threat. Maybe. But that's what I really like about this anime. You can theorize these things and think about them, and you actually like thinking about them. What does this mean? Who is this? Who is that? What's going? I like it. I haven't had this much fun in a while. Some anime you just sort of watch and you go with the flow. You don't really think about it too much because it hasn't been thought out as much. But this one's got these little tidbits, little clues, you know, little limps that's from something 3 episodes ago. It's freaking awesome. So, yeah. All right, guys. We've been doing this for 2 hours and 10 minutes. Can we take a quick break and watch some Bleach? And then we're going to play some side missions in Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion. So quick little break and we're going to watch some Bleach. Thank you for joining me. We'll continue with the next episode next week as always. So I hope to see you there. Look, if you're new and your first time watching, do yourself a favor, join Discord. If you join Discord, I'll share my screen to show you guys. If you join Discord, you can actually go to the live stream schedule. You see when we're live streaming, and you can also go to the live stream notification. If you don't want to miss out on Chainsaw Man, it's the Friday variety live stream. Make sure you hit the red versus blue emote, and that is going to give you the Friday roll, which means before we go live on Friday, you're going to get a ping. You don't want to miss out. So quick little break, and we are going to watch some Bleach.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun size, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.